Hello everyone, and welcome back to IXION. Last we left off, we kind of ran into this giant ice, I guess mist cloud or whatever it is, asteroid belt. Doesn't look like an asteroid belt, but we were here to rescue the Protagoras, and we were able to restore the superstructure over there, and we were able to give the crew the necessities they need to survive. However, there's still an excess population that we need to transfer to the Protagoras before we can get out of here. And in the meantime, we got really low on trust there, and it looked kind of grim for me anyways. Thankfully, I think we're going to be okay. And since the last time I played, there's been an update to accidents. It seems that the developers have made it to where people aren't purposefully sabotaging the IXION now, it seems. So that is good news. Also, we had a weird thing happen with our... Wait, no, we didn't. Yeah, we have two ships. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the professor, since I only really think we need one science vessel, and the Erlenmeyer will be doing its own thing. So I will go ahead, get rid of the professor. We will unassign the Erlenmeyer, get another cargo ship going, and we will... Hold on. We will get him in there. Cool. Food. Food is kind of getting a little concerning. And also, I've had to think since I last played as well. I've slept since then. It's probably important that we invest into the tech lab here, because the tech lab is we're kind of running out of science in the solar system. And once we do, we won't really be able to hang around here long. And I'd like to kind of sit here and develop our station before we move on to the next sector like I did with the Earth system. That really saved us, I think, because a lot of these resources are super long distance. So I'm going to go ahead and get the assistant promotion, which will increase the production rate of science. And immediately, like right now, I think stability is becoming an issue, so we're going to go ahead and get this legislative training center. This will provide 2 stability whilst the stability of a sector is below 0. So investing in science and stability, because it's just going to keep getting harder and harder, I'd imagine. And yeah, let's keep waking up more people. We'll transfer 10 people from... we'll transfer 10 people from here to Sector 2. Only workers, please. And I'll flip back on one of those. Okay, and let's just pimp out the rest of the food production here. So I get some food. Oh wait, this... Yeah, I think we were having power troubles last time, I think it was. Each one of these crop fields costs 3, so I need to be mindful about that. And we're probably just going to go ahead and upgrade the IXION with the next set of solar panels here, because we are going to be needing it. And I also don't think we need this EVA. Yeah, we can still maintain hull integrity. And a positive note. And what else? Need to be careful about food. While we're at it, I also thought about it. It's probably best that we max out food, or at least get more storage for food, because it'll help us save up a stockpile. Same for these alloys here. We'll keep them at 100 since we don't really have any production there. Food, you're going to be to max. Wait, no, you're not. You're producing food. Food will be to max here. And yeah, I think that will be that for now. Get polymers up here. It's not storing polymers, apparently. Store some silicone. And I think that'll be it for now. We'll have a buffer of 80, just so in case there is a lot, 20 can be transferred out. Sector 2, you'll max out on cryopods. You'll also max out on iron. Yeah, just max out on iron. And max out on polymers, but keep 80. Okay, so this will increase our storage overall. That's weird. Didn't go by 5s. So we should be able to store a little more, give us a buffer in case we start like, oh, we're starving now. And it's like literally 5 seconds away from us starving to death. We also need a lot more workers. We're going to go ahead and change this to 600 since we can support 600. Yeah, we can support 600 with our dining facilities, so we'll have that many people going in there. And I think this will be the immediate action I'll take for now. I'll put 10 into Sector 3. 10 people into Sector 3 for workers. And hopefully we'll wake people up slowly over time. Alright, alright, alright. And I'll probably do 6 more into Sector 3. Just because they're hurting for people over there. Alrighty. So, what's going on here? Nothing? What are we waiting on? Oh, we're waiting on establishing infrastructure, okay. We are building that new cargo ship. In the meantime, we're also going to stop collecting people, since we don't want that debuffs to stability for having over 250.
A sector is being overworked.
Uh-oh. Why is the sector being overworked? Who's doing that? Need to focus on silicone. Not so much on carbon. Need to focus on carbon. Not so much on silicone. You'll focus on iron. Right, that is what we will do. You'll focus on that carbon secondary. Okay. Cool. I think in immediate action, all is cool. Whenever we get this restore crew trust, hopefully that works out, we'll be able to move towards Devil once we get enough trust from the crew. And hopefully survive. I just want to double check one last time for resources since I slept and I don't remember if we got them all. Well, iron anyway, that we're concerned about. We have a ton of carbon and silicone. Okay, yeah. Cool. I was a little hectic last time, but now I think we're doing pretty alright. We're also going to transfer 100 non-workers from here over to Sector 3, just so we don't get a debuff to stability in this area for a ton of homeless people. Oh wow, we were able to support all those. Wasn't even noticing. And I have been, oh, we got the trust bonus. Alright, let's get the yuck out of here, dude. It's freaking bad in this area. We're gonna start losing people in EVA as well. Bye-bye, Protagoras. People are gonna lose trust while we transfer, but I'm sure we will survive. It's always so pretty seeing this thing go boom. And I think we built our solar plant? Or we're in the progress?
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Oh, I know. Don't you worry. I am well aware. Okay, now that's ticking down. Alright, we have arrived to our little planet here. So now our EVA personnel will not be in jeopardy. Well, as much. So hopefully, it seems like our hull integrity is going up a little bit better. Okay, we still have quite a bit of workers that need to go there. We'll send 8 and 2 to Sector 3, only workers. And 2, right? Yep. To Sector 3, only workers. Want to try to get that area as safe as possible, but I'm sure people have noticed that we haven't really had as many accidents. And that is literally what love is made of. So much awesomeness.
Population transfer complete.
Alright, cool. And I think I'm going to need to open up an extra
A science ship team
sector.
has completed a task.
Mostly because we're going to get a ton of people
Population transfer
from this area. We have 408 right now, plus 200, plus our colonist over here. So we have a lot of people we're going to need to take care of. We're definitely going to need to open up another sector for a farm. Okay, with the extra resources available to us, we were able to get through the ice. The cave extends deep into the comet, and gravity is even stronger within than on the surface. Sending remote-controlled recording equipment ahead, we discovered an almost completely enclosed cavity at the cave's end. At the center of the comet, within the center, is a floating ray sphere, 5 meters in diameter. It is only discernible. It has no discernible power source, but it does possess a strong electromagnetic field and emits a faint bluish glow. When we attempted to move the remote instrumentation closer, the sphere swallowed it, its surface becoming almost vicious. Interesting. They use the word vicious. That's one thing I don't like. If they would have used an adjective like curious, maybe I would have probably descended to this cavity to study the sphere. But I think the best thing for our crew to keep them alive, especially since we made a promise to our people, we're probably going to leave the sphere especially if it's devouring things. So we'll go ahead and pull out of there. Did that usually take time to leave the planet? I usually don't hit that button because that'll delete the scenario altogether. You can press the X, but the ship will be like stuck there. So that's weird. Plane security protocols indicate that the crew on board the Remir is not the original crew. Huh? After intense questioning and observation via the ship's onboard surveillance system, it appears that these new crew members are indeed human and possess a good knowledge of Dolos protocol and procedure. They stubbornly insist that they have always worked on the Tyquin, but their biometric data does not match with any crew register records. Remotely initiate the self-destruct sequence or update the Tyquin's manifest to include new biometric data. Dang. Man. That's crazy. What did that sphere do? If I self-destruct, 5 people are going to die, and I'm sure that's going to count towards the promise towards our people. But we could update the manifesting. I guess keep them. If it was up to me, I would quarantine them. I would even allow them on the Tyquin. I would observe them for at least a year, which would suck, or at least like 3 months. We're going to update the manifest because I want to keep my promise to my people. But we are not letting these guys close to the Tyquin. Okay. They've updated their new identities. Alright, you weirdos. Don't do anything strange. That's so spoopy. Okay, we've unlocked that assistant promotion thing, so now we're producing 3 science every 5 cycles, as opposed to 1 every 10. So that is a huge increase. We're losing trust because we are starving. Alright, let's turn on these insect farms. We need a lot of food. Let's move 3 over to Sector 1. Only workers. And that won't be quite enough. Oh?
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Well, there goes an accident.
Population transfer complete.
Oh my gosh. We need a lot more people. I think we have... Well, I don't think we ever have enough electronics. Let's cut the water treatment off, especially with this ice stuff over here. And then we'll send 5 people to Sector 1. Just hopefully we can balance this out. Well, that's already balanced out. We need to send 5 people over here. We'll send 5 people from here over there to Sector 2. That should hopefully help us. Sector starving. -3. Damn. People don't like being hungry. I understand. I'm the same way. I get pretty grumpy if I'm hungry. That is really cutting into our trust there.
Population transfer complete.
But we're going to be able to feed them in the next meal cycle. I see these checks here, so shouldn't worry much longer. Okay, that crew's done. Let's go over to Chevy 34.
A violent strike has started on board the Tycoon.
Oh, yeah.
A sector is being overworked.
I can see that. I'll shut down all the major factories here while they strike. Just so no one hurts themselves. And everybody's going to the hospital, I'd imagine. You know, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the infirmary so we can support more people. Because everybody's going crazy out here.
A science ship has arrived.
Is the strike over? Let's turn off the ice since we're not using it. Okay, that'll be optimal for now. Okay, we seem to be optimal everywhere. Good, very good. And we still have a ton of water from our handy-dandy fusion station, which I feel should produce energy, but our probe has detected an abnormally high concentration of metal isotopes within Chevy 34's core. We have reached the core of Chevy 34. Metallic and prismatic formations rise from its surface, reaching impressive heights. They disappear into the gaseous atmosphere. Some are surrounded and spanned by geometric rock clusters. Oh, excuse me. Accumulated during the slow growth process of the formations. They shear the winds that sweep across Chevy 34's core. Well, obviously, we're going to go maximum effort and do the best exploration we can. Let's get the... Let's get the ATET involved. It's always the best option. Hopefully it doesn't die going through the storm. That would make me very sad. Be a sad legendary. Okay, now we have that legislative strengthening center. And I'm going to go ahead and build that crap and employ it in as many areas as possible, because we are always desperate for some sort of stability in this cold, cruel world. And the sooner we get our stability up, the closer we can get to that comet that basically devoured our crew. Might devour the Tycoon, but I think if we get here to be able to slingshot around like the science vessel did, it'll probably be a little bit easier for our cargo ships to do the same. So, as soon as we can get trust up, the better. And this needs a processor, so get the processor over here. Set that to minimum. We'll set that to halfway storage. Oh wow, they're literally almost built it already. We just need to wait for, I guess, the processors to travel all the way over. I wonder how this whole logistics system works. Like, how does the AI like actually move stuff? Does it go straight from Sector 3, or does it come to Sector 2 and then come to Sector 1? That makes sense.
Administrator,
Right,
a new
nothing.
request awaits your attention.
Oh. I wonder why that does it by 1. It's probably because they're expensive. A request, you say? What kind of requests? What are we looking for? Sure, all crews are quartered within 12 cycles. I can do that. Because we just need 1 apartment building here, and they should be able to build it. We'll set that as a high priority, so they finish it quickly. Okay. So these legislative strengthening centers should work, because this is below 0. So they should provide +2 when below 0. Let's see it get built. 1 more. Come on, 1 more. Okay, I think that one's bringing it. Alright, is this like Ew, what the hell's going on here? Oh, I was trying to upgrade everybody to live in those better apartments. Okay. This is the Legislative Strengthening Center. Provide stability, please. Boom. Look at that, 2.3. Beautiful. Dolo Security Service. Oh, this is a police station. This is a fancy word for fascist government sees the civilian population. Well, that's good. That's probably for the best. Definitely would need some police in space. Some lawlessness, I'm sure, would get out of hand pretty quick. But trust is rising quickly, and that is something I enjoy greatly. I'll probably wait till we get to like maybe halfway before I move to Rokatansky D79. Or actually, I'm gonna wait till we finish our meal cycle, so people aren't upset that we move and we starve, and then I'm gonna move to Rokatansky. That should leave enough time for our trust to get up a fair amount as well. How is our solar panel thing going? Okay, we got that new update, but it would also be nice to have another large solar panel.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
At least the accidents aren't as often. Kind of annoyed me how often they were last time. And I don't think this Legislative Strengthening Center is going to work here since we have quite a bit of trust already. Yeah, I would really like this to be like an agricultural area. I want like industry, and then like next to industry there's going to be food, and then next to the food there's going to be industry. Kind of like the food spread out a little bit. It would be nice anyway. Wow, people are really getting hurt. And we're finally researching Chevy 34. We're gonna lose one person here, I think. Maybe, unless someone heals quickly enough. But I think at the end of the cycle, injured people die. I stand corrected. I guess there's a time period. Hopefully someone will clear up a bed fast enough for this person. I hope.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Well, if they don't, they don't. They die, they
The
die.
crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Broken commitment. Sleeping rough. What? Come on. That sucks. Chevy 34 does not possess any subterranean systems that would facilitate exploration within the core of the planet. However, the team did locate a fissure that led to the observations that the formations must originate from deep below. Size analysis returned colossal measurement estimations. The characteristic shape of formation is thought to derive from a combination of electromagnetic interference and self-similar space particle resonance. Whatever that means. Let's leave the planet. Oh? While preparing to depart Chevy 34, the captain received an alert from a crew member saying that he had spotted a gigantic molluscoid near their position. Well, obviously we're going to investigate that. What you mean? We can send 10 people this way, right? Yeah, we can send 10 people here. Let's send it to Sector 2. 10 people, please. Only workers, though. That won't quite... Well, that should fix it, actually. And can we get this back on? With a ice? Yes, we can. Okay, so we can continue getting water.
A science ship team
For now.
has completed a task.
Alright, let's go see this alien that we found, apparently. Upon entering the location, it appears that what the crew member had actually observed was an unusually shaped geological formation. Really, dude? Really? Okay. Well, you know. It'd be like that sometimes, I guess.
Complete.
Okay, all optimal across the board. People do need a place to sleep, though. We will tackle that when we tackle it. Seems we got research fixed up. And this DLS center unlocks the ability to apply policies within a sector to temporarily address ongoing crisis and track sector specializations. Is there any upgrade I want to get right now? Additional beds. Capacity of housing increased by 30%. Sheesh, that's pretty nice. That's really nice, actually. Integrated storage bays. I will probably get this DLS center because I'm kind of curious what we can do for the specialization of our sectors. And I'm going to grab this waste treatment center because I'm kind of tired of getting to the end of the sectors. And as you can see, we are kind of running out of iron. We have these left over here, but that will damage us, I think. I think I'm actually going to move the Tyquin right now. 3.4 cycles. We'll kind of get here so we can stage our cargo ships to go around this cloud and gather those asteroids on the other side. That would be nice. Let's look at this beautiful ship go zoom. Are these just like super powerful engines, or are they like using a mixture of like sublight or like partial sublight speed? Because I can only imagine firing those engines and everyone just slamming into the wall as we go this fast in this direction, and having to slow down would be another pain in the ass, I'm sure. Ooh, Trust has taken a massive hit. I didn't do this on a meal cycle, right? I did, apparently. Fuck my life. Well, people are hating my guts. Alright, well hopefully there's another meal cycle soon, because this will kill us. Okay, it's not as bad anymore. We should survive. And I'm sure everyone will be fed, so I'm not too concerned. We still have Optal. Yeah, everyone's starving. I know. We'll eat, don't you worry. Okay, just making sure everything's going right. Why is this not applying its buffs? I did take the advice of someone who commented, just turn it off and on again, and it worked. So shout out to you for that. That is definitely saving us right now. Ooh, what are you doing? Why would you go through the storm for that? Okay, I'm now going to unclick these asteroids here, and hopefully nobody dies going to them. Access to them. Let's swing the science vessel over to the Rotansky, and we've unlocked the DLS center. So this unlocks the ability to apply policies within a sector to temporarily address ongoing crisis and tracks sector specializations. That's all well and good, but I don't think we have any space right now. I really need to open up another sector and kind of clear this area out. I think it's too much stuff going on here. Definitely too much stuff. This needs to just be steel production, and I'm going to open up another factory that'll be electronics, which will probably be in the top right here, just back to back, and then a carbon production center with more cargo storage bays, and we'll be able to spread these ships out a little more, and we should be able to take this out of here, this probe launcher and this docking bay, and just make the farm like actually a farm instead of clustered up with all this other stuff. But for now, we wait. And I think housing is eventually going to become a problem here pretty soon. Next, we'll do this additional beds. We'll increase the capacity of housing by 30%, which is quite a generous increase, I dare say. This cargo ship survived, thankfully. Alright, and you go back to the Protagoras with whatever's left there. And for now, we kind of just recover our trust, cover our hull integrity, and probably open another sector. I'm probably going to open up another industry sector on the left side here. We are still building this legislative strengthening centers. We need more just steel in general. And we need more workers. We never have enough. We can also collect those workers over here whenever we get these new areas open up, these new sectors. And honestly, right now, I'm going to crack this bad boy open. Sector 6, it'll be an industry sector. And I'll probably take the EVA airlock away from this sector so we can just have a ton of farmland here.
Science ship has arrived.
I want a massive amount of farmland. Okay. So the PA of the Protagoras is unresponsive. It will need to be replaced. We have reached the data storage center of the PA. We can install a copy of Eden. The team will use the top copy of the Tyquin's PA to replace the inactive PA of Protagoras, or save a copy of the Protagoras PA. Brute forcing bypass. The PA of the Protagoras will be transferred and stored within the Tyquin. Won't that doom the... Let's help them. Let's install a copy of Eden. Who knows? Maybe one day they'll help us out if they ever get off that icicle, which it doesn't look like they'll be able to. They're pretty jammed in there, and I'm sure there's a lot of damage. Alrighty. Okay, we built the Legislative Strengthening Center, so we're going to be even safer when it comes to trust, especially if that sector drops below 0. We need more workers here. We can get 10 from here to go to 1. Only workers, please. Oh yeah, and we need a processor, or 4 processors to get over here into this sector. Thankfully, we're able to harvest all this stuff over here. Oh, we still have a pretty decent chunk of iron really far away, but over here. Okay, things are really looking up, I say, as of right now. But they were pretty hectic last episode. I do apologize about that.
Population transfer
It
complete.
was literally unnecessarily hectic.
A science ship
I'll transfer 3 from here to Sector 1. I don't know why we're going below workers in Sector 1. And the science ship has completed their task. Okay, the new PA is now active. It will facilitate the recovery of the station's various functions. And I guess that's all she wrote for the Protagoras. Now all we have left to do is transfer 250 crew members from the Protagoras to the Tyquin, and I believe that's when we'll be able to jump out of here. So, I think for right now, I'm going to collect all the resources, because it's just going to be a waiting game now. It's going to be a long waiting game, but I'll use this time to further solidify our survivability on the Tyquin, and I'm going to get everyone in this solar system onto the Tyquin. No one will be left behind, except for the people that want to stay on the Protagoras. So, I will be right back, and hopefully we'll clean up the solar system with resources, and be a little more resource independent. So, yeah, be right back, everybody. Okay, we were able to get enough people off of the Protagoras, but we still have our colonists here. I guess they're the lowest priority, but it seems like they're going to go collect the crew, so I'm just going to take this phone call and let you listen.
The Protagoras is reactivated and operational. We have received the Etimanenki's full signature. Act with caution when facing this UN superstructure. We are ready to follow to reach Remus. Nothing is holding us back.
Sounds good. Alright, I'll be right back whenever we gather our colonists, just so I don't waste anyone's time. So give me 1 second. Okay, we have collected all individuals available in this solar system. So again, our policy, no human left behind. We've gathered pretty much all the important resources, in my opinion, and we are good to go to jump to the next solar system. I'll just update you on what happened. So we're opening up a new industrial sector, got tons of housing, storage. We're going to get 2 more cargo bays here, because that's kind of how I want my industrial sectors to be. That's where I want the resources to pretty much come in, so it just drops it straight into the stockpile. This is probably going to focus on electronics and carbon. while I'm going to move this carbon away from here, slap another steel mill down, and hopefully clear some people out of here, because there's just way too many people right here. And hopefully we can keep some minimal workforce here. I'd like to evenly spread people out. I don't think we did much over here. It's relatively the same. The only big thing we did right now is we turned off this EVA, because we're going to get rid of it eventually. I want the farms to just be strictly farms. None of this probe launcher, no nonsense. I'm also going to open up another sector probably to the right of this. That's how I'm going to turn into a farm and finally make like a utility like research bay. And that'll focus on research and get a probe launcher in it and have a docking bay with like all mining ships. It's most likely what I'll do there. And yeah, that's kind of where we stand. I feel comfortable moving forward. We currently have a ton of human popsicles stored in the cargo bay, which is fine. So yeah, no need to edge anyone anymore. Let's continue on with our journey to find our exoplanet.
In accordance with Frau Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tycoon before volt jump initiation. Fuel engine ready.
So let's get out of here. Oh, I also upgraded a level of the solar panels. Poof. Ah, that's always so cool. Oh? Oh my gosh. Humans really said, on God, we're going to make an entirely massive ship that's the size of the Earth and just fly it in here. Hopefully that's human, actually. What should be aliens? There has to be aliens.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Expected irreversible damage to the Tycoon detected. We have not reached the exoplanet Remus. Tycoon primary sensors are picking up vast amounts of debris. Act with caution, Administrator. We must reach Remus.
I'll try my best to act with caution, don't you worry. Okay, well, first things first, we need to establish, oh great, some resources ASAP. So we're gonna grab some, oh wow, there's a lot of iron here. Come on, there it is. Get some mining going as soon as possible. And that's kind of our priorities for right now. Once all that gets going, we will... Actually, let's set up the factories for now.
A new request awaits your attention.
It's annoying that I can't place it right there. That would completely cut off that side of the factory, though. I can do this, though. And we want carbon production, or polymer refineries. So we'll come across here. I think I'll just bring it all the way across. Yep. That should be our electronics factory. We're going to pause this for right now, though. As with a lot of things here, until we get some steel to really get this set up and going. And we're going to need a power upgrade. Let's move the science ship in orbit of that destroyed command center. I am also going to collect science, I think, for now, before I jump right into that stuff, because sometimes the science ship can get stuck at certain locations, and I'd rather it not do that. I also don't want to build a second one right now. until I get, I guess, that cargo bay, where I can increase the amount of mines and research and all that other good stuff we can have. Waste treatment has been unlocked. Okay, awesome. So we can transform either 50 waste into 50 alloys, or 50 waste into 20 polymer, or 50 waste into 1 electronics. I will also jump on this waste train, and this industry will probably take care of that, or this industrial area will take care of that. We are going to unpause this and this. We'll get the battery and this legislative strengthening center here. Oh, we got some requests going on. What's up? Administrator, a sector is converted to the Cult of the Hull. This had a positive impact on the morale of the crew. The converts are waiting to hear your opinion on their worship. Sanctifying the Tyquin and its facilities does not directly violate Dolos directives. I mean, I love a good occult kind of esque thing going on, but I can see this going very badly. We're gonna try to maintain our ethics and our morality, because I don't know what this cult will lead to, but we're trying not to get religion involved here. You never know what that'll do in space, especially amongst people who are desperate. And we have the luxury of not having to resort to this, so we'll suppress the cult for now. Hopefully that doesn't come and bite me in the ass later. Okay, the crew are encouraged by how many survivors we've brought on board the Tyquin. The increased population reinforces the feeling that our goal of saving humanity is achievable. The new crew members, woken from cryogenic pods, are now part of something bigger than ourselves. Hey, trust bonus. And then, Administrator, by repatriating the settlers of the colonization test, you have silenced some of the voices that question your natural philanthropy. The crew is delighted to be reunited with their friends and crewmates. Some see this as a sign that humanity is not doomed to die in space. Beyond hope, it fills them with courage. Hey, another trust bonus. Yep, I really didn't want to leave them out there, so we're going to try to maintain everyone we can. Nobody left behind. That is the policy. I know it can get pretty difficult to implement that policy, though, because I do believe our food reserves are plummeting right now. I am not a fan of that. Let's discover some science stuff. Speaking of food reserves, we really need to do something about that. Can I move the tech bay over here? I probably could. Well, we will be moving the electronics, so we can get rid of that. We could definitely get rid of the memorials. That'll give us all... That'll give us down to like 1 trust a turn. Okay. We could probably do this. Getting rid of the colonization training center might suck, and having to move the legislative training center would also suck. But this produces 40 water every 1 cycle. And how much do you take? Transforms 1 water into 1... Okay, so 1, 2, 3... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... 13.5. Okay, we could do another farm. I think we could do like 3 farms. Okay. Well, to hurry up and expedite that process, because we are getting a little low on food, we'll finish this, we'll ignore the battery, and we'll allow them to build an electronics center here. Because we're going to need to sort food out ASAP. The more people we wake up, the worse it's going to be. So I'll honestly just turn that back on. Pledge to turn on every cryogenic center and sector for 30 cycles. Don't worry. It's already on. Okay. Administrator, the debris field has entered it. We have entered is mostly comprised of corpses. Jesus. The floating corpses bump against the hull and create sounds that reverberate throughout the Tycoon sectors. This is not proving beneficial for crew morale. DLS reports indicated that EVA crews are discussing their experiences working outside the Tycoon with colleagues in mess halls, compounding the problem. Yeesh. So the station is surrounded by floating corpses. The crew's morale will be affected. I don't see it affecting the crew morale right now.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Thanks. We have a homelessness problem. A really bad homelessness problem. Okay, once this electronic gets up, we'll do something about it. Oh yeah, let's also... Because I made it to where essentially all the steel was centralized in places with airlocks. Mostly because we were running out of iron there for a bit. Let's try to continue mining some iron close to the ship that we can access easily. Okay, there's some more. We have a collapsed food production district. I guess the ship was blown into several smithereens. Yeah, we are actually getting really low on food. So we're probably going to investigate that as soon as possible.
Has arrived at its destination.
Okay. Our sensors have located a section of the Itamanaki drifting in the vacuum of space. Our initial readings are registering a lot of organic debris. We are on site. This part of the Itamanaki was responsible for the ship's fruit production. Production was divided into two zones, vegetable and animal. We also have identified a self-contained area generating a heat signature. The area is small, but it is not impossible that some survivors may be sheltered there. Let's investigate the the vegetable zone, because we need food right now. A little pick-me-up before we can actually engage with any of this stuff. Okay, so corpses floating outside the station give a general -1 to all of our sectors. Ouch. And they're extremely angry. Building this should fix that. Additional beds are unlocked. That helps cut down on the homelessness. Oh yeah, by a lot.
Probe has completed its
Heck
scan.
yeah, boy. Now we're positive trust again. Awesome. Probe has completed its stuff. Let's find even more iron. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give it. Right. And I think for now, that'll be a good stopping point. We definitely hit the 45-minute mark. So thank you all for joining, and I hope you're enjoying. Things are looking up. We've discovered a massive destroyed UN ship, so less ships to shoot at us. That's a good thing. And food is getting really bad. I'm going to try to flip all production towards food immediately, and we're going to try to fix that as soon as possible, because right now we're in desperate need for food, and we are running out of water. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, everybody.